full Bitunix exchange tutorial. In this video, I'm going to talk about exactly how to make the most of the different features that are available on this exchange, as well as talk about the massive benefits of using an exchange like this that doesn't require a VPN and doesn't need KYC. Do me a favor, hit that like button, and let's get into today's video. Now guys, first things first, we just click on the link down below that's going to guide us across to Bitunix. It's a bonus link that I've got through a partnership with Bitunix, and you can get up to $5,500 worth of bonus. If you have to download the app, make sure you use the code rdhq when entering the referral code. Now guys, this is the first page of Bitunix. What are the main benefits of using Bitunix then, guys? Well, I've already mentioned the non-KYC, non-VPN. Now, if you live in various different countries around the world, like the US or the UK, then there is likely regulation stopping you from logging into different types of exchanges. I know in the US you can't use MEXC, for example, but Bitunix doesn't have these problems. It's also non-KYC, which is really cool because it means you don't have to log in with your name. You don't have to use a home address or anything like that. It's completely anonymous, which can be pretty important in crypto. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click on sign up, and we're either going to use a mobile or an email address. Personally, I like to use an email address because sometimes our phone numbers change. Click on sign up. Now, okay, here we are over in Bitunix, guys. Straight away, you can see I haven't had to do any other sign-ups other than putting in my email address and password. And this is what makes it such an exciting and easy to use platform. Now, what we want to do in order to be able to use this platform would be to click on deposit. And you can see that it allows me to deposit various different types of crypto. Let's say, for example, I've got some USDT that I want to send here. I'm going to click USDT. I'm going to select the network I want to send it in. Typically, I tend to send it with Tron TRC20 because it's the cheapest and fastest. And then I've got a deposit address. I'm going to copy that deposit address. For the sake of this, I'm going to go over and use my other Bitunix account. You can see I'm just going to go with USDT, select TRC20, and paste in the code of the new exchange. And you can see I want to withdraw the amount. I'm just going to put in $100 here and then click on withdraw. Going to click confirm, and then now I have to wait for about 90 seconds before that money arrives. Now, while we're waiting for that, you can also do something else. You can see I don't have any crypto assets. I can click on buy crypto, and you can see I can buy in a variety of different ways. I can select to pay through MoonPay or Coinify, which are third-party suppliers, kind of like PayPal. Now, you will likely have to do a KYC for these platforms, but it doesn't matter because you're not doing KYC for Bitunix. No one else out there is able to trace what you're doing while you're trading on Bitunix. Okay, now that took a couple of minutes. You can see I now have my $99. Obviously, it took $1 for the fee. But that $1, guys, I could have sent 10 grand, 20 grand. It still would have been $1. Very, very cheap, very easy. TRC20. Now, guys, what I want to do is click on markets, and you can see all of the different coins that are available to trade. And what's cool is this is a new exchange, but they're updating all the time, adding loads of new coins. Okay, so very easy to use. Now, if I want to trade buying one for one, let's say I've got $100 and I want to buy like Chainlink, for example, then all I'm going to do is click on spot, and this is effectively going to allow me to buy $100 worth of Chainlink at a 1-to-1 ratio. This is important. I'll talk about in a moment buying futures and things like that. Now, I know this looks like a very scary looking page, like something you get on Wall Street. Don't worry, guys, okay? All very straightforward. You can ignore lots of this. See all the pairs on the left-hand side? Remember, we said Chainlink, okay? So we're just going to write here, link, and it's going to say link USDT. Click on that. And make sure that you are checking the right code and things like that, okay? Same for any exchange whenever you're using them. Now, we've got the chart up here. What we're going to do is come down here. Now, we have two things here, market order and limit order. Now, you can see I've got $99 available. If I was to click market order and I wanted to buy some Chainlink, what I might do is scroll and say I want to buy, you can see the number changing down below of how much I want to buy. So let's just go to 25%, which is around $25. And that market order is going to buy at whatever price is available. Now, you can see on the right-hand side, the red ones are people who are trying to sell, and the green ones are people who are trying to buy. This is what moves the price up and down all the time. And a market order will just buy the price that's available. Now, it's not always ideal, but it's fine if you're using smaller quantities like $100. If you try and do this with like $1,000 or something with a smaller coin, it might not be so good. And I'll show you how to use a limit order in just a minute. So let's just click buy link, and you can see up here, we now have available 1.19 Chainlink. So that means that I've now bought a Chainlink. I've got $73 left over. And if the price continues to go up or down or whatever, then I'll be up or down, depending on what happens. Now, in order to sell that on a market order, I would just go over to this side, and you can see I can just scroll up here, and it would take the whole 1.19 by doing the 100%. I click sell link, and you can see that it's now saying I have 0 link available, and I now have my money back here. Now, I was left a tiny little bit left over in Link, which will have maybe 19 cents less than I had before. Now, a limit order is a very useful tool because maybe I don't want to buy Chainlink at $21.45. And actually, I think that if Chainlink dips to around, let's say $20, that's a good price to get into. So what am I going to do? I'm going to click limit order and I can see an order price. Let's say I just want to go for $20 and I'm going to go 20.5. And then I say that I want to buy all the Chainlink or buy $100 worth of Chainlink at $20.5. You can click buy link and now that trade is in. You can see it sat down below on here. Now, if the price gets down towards that $20.5, it will fill my order and then I'm in the trade until I want to get out. Now, if the price never returns down here and it carries on up towards the upside, which being in a bull market could happen, then I'm not going to get drawn into that trade at any point, okay? So that's a good thing. All I need to do if I want to cancel it is just click on open orders and click cancel, and that will completely remove that trade. If I want to then sell my Chainlink, all I need to do is say that I want to sell all of it, and I want to select a price at which it's going to sell. So let's say $22.3. I can say $22.3, and you can see that it would make me $102.357. So I would make around 2% on that trade. Hit sell link, and again, when the price returns up to this red line, it will sell me out of my Chainlink position. Now, if I'm doing this with lots of money, it might not fill my entire order. Maybe it fills like half of it or whatever, depending on how much money's in. But it's worth learning market orders and limit orders, all very straightforward. Okay, so that's all very straightforward. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to look at how to use futures trading, and I'll explain what that is in just a minute. But first things first, go to Asset Overview. And this is going to show us all our assets right now. They're all at the moment in the spot account, the spot trading. And what we need to do is click on this transfer button up here. And we're going to transfer the money from the spot account into our USDT M account, okay, which is the futures contract. It's just basically like moving through different portions of a bank account. Think of it like that, okay? Use the USDT coin because that's what we've got right now. We're going to make sure that it says spot to USDT M, and I'm going to click all and submit. Okay, that's now moved my assets from this account into the next account. What we're going to do then is click on futures at the top, and it brings me to this new page. Now, you might think that this looks very similar to the last one, and you're not wrong. But futures is slightly different. Futures allows me to use leverage. Now, I must warn you guys, using leverage can be extremely risky, but it can also be profitable. So make sure you're not using money that you can't afford to lose, because trading isn't as easy as perhaps lots of people lead you to believe. Now, what we're going to do is make sure we have the right coin we're selected at the top. So let's say we want to trade on some Bitcoin right now. Now, bearing in mind, I've got $100. Bitcoin currently at $71,835. If Bitcoin goes up 10% on spot and I have $100 worth of Bitcoin, it means that I will make $10 because my $100 will increase by 10% in line with Bitcoin. But leverage allows me to do something different. It allows me to borrow money from the exchange in order to see a return bigger than I would be able to see on spot. So for example, if I used $100 and I used 10x leverage and the price of Bitcoin went up 10%, then technically that would be 10% up times 10 would be 100% up because it's 10x leverage. And that means I would have doubled in value. Effectively, if I've got $100 of Bitcoin and I use 10x, it's like having $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. So if it goes up 10%, 10% of $1,000 is $100, meaning I've doubled my money. On the flip side of that, if Bitcoin goes down 10%, which as you know can happen in crypto quite often, then I will lose all of my money. So let's try this out, shall we? Limit orders and market orders work exactly the same. Here at the top, you can see I can adjust the different leverage I want to use. I recommend, guys, if you're new, never using leverage bigger than probably 5x. Maybe at most a 10x, but we're just going to use 10x and hit confirm. And make sure you check this before you enter any trade ever, because if you do it too big and the market moves, you will get wrecked. Okay, 100x, 1% move against you and you lose everything. We can then do a quantity of 100%. And let's say just for this particular process, I think Bitcoin's going to carry on up. This is not to analyze Bitcoin, guys. If you want to analyze crypto and understand where the charts are moving, make sure you also subscribe to my other channel, The House of Crypto, where I'll talk through the different trends in the market and things like that. Now what we've done is selected 100% of BTC. We're going to hit buy long, hit confirm, and then you can see that my trade is now live with a nice little noise. And you can see it's basically telling us what's going on. We can see my unrealized profit and loss. Currently, I'm down 2 cents. And bearing in mind how Bitcoin moves, you know, this is basically going to run and show us what's going on. Now, it's important that when we're trading, we use both a take profit and a stop loss. They are very handy tools to keep us safe. Now, a stop loss will effectively stop me from losing too much. Ultimately, I would typically go for a 1% stop loss on the move. But let's just, for this example, say that if it falls down below $71,733, I want out the trade. Now, you want to learn to calculate stop losses and take profits. It's also important, something you should be learning before you do trading. Now, guys, you can also add a take profit and stop loss at the start before you even start opening your trade, which is probably more sensible, to be honest. But what we can do instead is click on TPSL just down here. Don't show me again, I understand. And basically what we're going to do is work out that if, let's for example say it gets under $71,700, I want to put my stop loss there because I don't want to be in the trade anymore. And let's say I want to take profit if it gets to 80,000. Okay, so $71,700. Hit take profit here. We can go down 71,700, and you can see that if it hits that, I will lose 1%. And take profit, we said 80,000. We can see that I will make 114% in returns. Not bad, okay? And then I also want to say 100%, okay? So all of my trade is going to be subject to these rules. I'm going to click confirm, and then I'm going to confirm here. And now I've set those rules in motion, okay? So if the price moves up, I get profits. If it goes down, I lose money, but I only lose a certain percentage that I've already decided is appropriate. Now, let's say I just decided that, this news has happened, or I just want to get out of the trade for whatever reason. I can literally just hit flash close, don't show me this again, and hit confirm, and that's just basically going to close my position completely. Now you can see obviously the trade went against me a little bit. Obviously that's fine, I'm just demonstrating what's going on. Now you can see I can click on trade history. It shows me my previous buy, shows me my sell. In fact, I made 10 cents, which is not bad considering it's our first trade over on Bitunix, and it's all very straightforward. Now I recommend coming over, giving these things a use. Make sure you check out, you don't use big leverage and things like that if you're new, and that you also are very cautious about the different coins and things you're using. I recommend using futures trading and only ever really using larger market cap coins with big volumes because it's easier to get in and out of positions. Now I like Bitunix because it's got huge liquidity provided by Binance, and also by using that link down below and subscribing to Bitunix, depositing money and trading actively on Bitunix, you will also qualify for some of the airdrops they have of new tokens that are being launched all the time. Now guys, if you want to join an active trading community, then hit the link down below for the inner circle. Here on a daily basis, you could see in the trade zone, we have expert traders, of which there's 3 or 4 expert traders sharing their trades, and you can get into their trades and make up to 300% plus like some of these traders are doing. And you can do this every single day, guys, and follow along with these while you learn how to trade using Bitunix. Not just will you get trading signals, but you can also access this live chat where you can talk to other crypto enthusiasts around the world. You can track different wallets so you can learn how to make your millions in meme coins like this. And you can also join our venture capital club, where as a group we invest in early startups, which allows us to find projects before they list publicly. We got into Portal just a few months ago for 6 cents per coin, and the other day it launched at $2.50, which was around a 43x. We actually created millionaires in the Inner Circle Discord, and you could be one of them in the future. All you need to do is click the link down below, guys. $20 per month. You get trading signals, community, wallet tracking, access to the venture capital fund, and so many other bits and pieces. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, hit the like button, make sure you subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye bye.